All right, welcome back. I think everyone knows the news that Jurgen Klopp is now leaving Liverpool, and we're just kind of here to commentate our thoughts and on his actions and his reasonings for wanting to leave. Eddie, do you want to start? Because you said that you don't believe him for shit.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that he's lying about taking a break. I obviously believe that. Um, I just don't necessarily believe his reasoning. Um, I think to say you're exhausted is completely fair when you're on Liverpool, who essentially every season play like the max amount of games you can possibly play. And they literally did that like what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when they played like every possible game. So I get that, and I'm not trying to discredit that he could be exhausted, but I also just think it's a little funny that all of a sudden, Fenway Sports Group are becoming a little less interested in spending big money. We saw them get outbid by Chelsea twice. Um, there's there's
Relax,
been
Adnan.
there's been
Things are talking
reports
good.
of
That's why only thing I
there's
can
been
do
reports of
is
Mo
win
Salah
triple.
leaving. Um, so I just think that he knows that things are kind of going not necessarily in a bad direction because they're top of the league. They're in every competition that they could still be in. But, with no Salah, with FSG kind of dialing back the spending, it now just seems like the perfect time to all of a sudden want to take a break. If you know what I mean. So I just think he doesn't want to be the captain of a ship that's starting to leak some water. And I think that plays a big role in it. Again, maybe I'm reading too much into it. I've seen some people on Twitter say that he's been very open about not wanting to be a part of a documentary, behind the scenes documentary, and it recently came out that Liverpool were in negotiations to be on the Amazon show or something. So a lot of people have been like memeing it, saying that he's quitting because he doesn't want to be on the documentary. But no, I just think it has more to do with the money and the Salah potentially leaving and just a lot of that. Maybe he's like, maybe it's my time to leave as well. So that's why I don't necessarily think him being tired is the whole reason. I think it's definitely part of it, but I think what I just said is the main reason why he's doing this.
I think it
We
might
just
be.
have to remember that Michael Edwards left, so the
Mm-hmm.
person that built that Liverpool super team isn't there anymore. We're seeing that they've been struggling to even build the team after he left. They haven't been able to replace Mane. Um, the back line is pretty shot up. Robertson, got older. Um, who's the other back center back they had up next to Van Dyke? Wasn't
Matip, Joe
Konate,
Gomez, and
Matip,
then
Jogo, yeah,
who is it now? Kunde now.
Yeah. Well, Kunde's a
Kanate.
starter.
Kanate.
Konate.
Sorry, Kanate.
So like the back line they had like built up is hasn't been replaced.
Mm-hmm.
They have Van Dyke who's getting older and Trent who's still Trent, but whatever. Um, you can't have a half a back line and be successful long term. You
Yeah.
have the midfield is completely different. It looks like they rebuilt it pretty decently, but I mean, McAllister has struggled at times, Endo has struggled at times. Um, Gavin Birch hasn't really played too much. I don't know. Striker, they've been faulty. I don't know. I think he's starting to see the cracks, and he just doesn't want to be part of it.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but last year, before he signed a new contract, there was a lot of what's wrong?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago when he
If,
signed the
if,
contract?
if you're talking about what I'm thinking about, it was 2 years ago.
Well, whenever he signed his contract, the current extension, there were reports that he was on the fence about signing. He wasn't sure if he was even going to sign. He had comments about that where, I mean, maybe reading too much into his personal life, but maybe it's something happening with his wife because he has made comments in the past about how the most important thing for him is his wife and, his family, and that's going to be what he bases his decisions off of. And then, eventually re-signed. So it might just be that he resigned thinking, I got this. This will be fine for the next 2 years. And then, you know, without everything you guys said, I think you and Eddie and Abdon, I think you guys are right. I think there is a lot also on that side with financial stuff, the team, the money, the poor rebuilding at certain aspects of, you know, in the last like 3-4 years. But I also think it is just he's tired because I mean I wouldn't be shocked if he is. That's a lot, like you said. He's a lot of games to be traveling. It's a lot of travel. I understand that he's in an elite position. He's an elite manager, and he is going to do all that. That just comes with the job. But I also think when you're already on the fence about it beforehand, it's not entirely shocking. I think it's just crazy you're doing it in January during the transfer window.
It's actually the perfect time to do it in January. You know why? It's going to light a fucking fire under that team's ass
That's also true.
to perform to their top ability for Klopp, to send them out on a high. Not necessarily going to say that we were going to beat them in the cup, but you can almost guarantee now Liverpool's going to win the EFL final. Liverpool are going to make a strong case for the league, and the FA Cup is still up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
they'll probably win the Europa League.
And they got the Europa League. Forgot about that. So he could be up for the fucking quad. I'm not saying they might win the quad, but he's up for the quad.
I mean, he was already front runner for the quad like was it last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago when he had lost every final except for the FA Cup, Carabao Cup,
League Cup, EFL
League Cup. It was against us.
So
I
don't really blame him because he's tired. So, and plus, like,
I don't like that whole tired.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because it's kind of like what Jose said. Because like 2 years ago, he was talking about already wanting to leave. So
I don't like that whole tired talk because he's in Liverpool, who are the baby of the media. They are the sweetheart of the media. He gets praised for everything.
Yeah, but he still has to do all the work.
He has to do the work, but like he doesn't get lambasted for anything.
Yeah, but you can still do your work and go ahead now. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying that like he wasn't the lead. Like Liverpool was not the league's baby when he took over. Like they were constantly like battling like top 8 mid-table, and he took them back to like the elite. Like that took a lot of manpower. So
I'm not talking about
he's
the
only
league
one.
finishes.
Like it's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Abdon, but I
I'm
think
talking about the fact that the media just protects him at any given moment.
Yeah, but also like I don't think he's tired of the media. The media is not the issue.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I don't like the whole talk of like he's tired. Like everyone's fucking tired. Fucking Zidane was at the most volatile team for 4 years. I understand that Liverpool is not a volatile team. They've had a consistent starting lineup. They spent money. They did all this and all that. I'm not buying the whole "I'm tired" crap. This dude just knows he's not going to sustain it after these next couple of years. He knows he's got 2-3 years left with his core that he built, and he lost the man that built that core. He's not going to be able to sustain it. That's what this is.
You really think that's what it is?
That's entirely what it is. He's going to go out on a high, where he's still competing for the quad.
I don't know because
he's tried to rebuild it.
No, yeah, I don't disagree with you there. I just mean like I don't think that's the whole reason. I mean, it's probably a big reason. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it isn't, but I also think that like, let's be honest. 2 years ago, we were talking about Liverpool already being like that era was done, and then they were in a surprise quad, and then they lost all the finals they were in. They didn't win anything, and then people were like, "Oh, they need to rehaul the entire squad. They're not as good as they used to be." So there was like, I understand what you're saying, and I agree. They're not that team where everyone's like, they don't have that air that Manchester City have on them, where it's like, oh, they're inevitable. But also, like, he is still competing. He has been competing. He hasn't been dominant because of Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, for other reasons that we don't need to get into. But I think that like, I don't know. I just think that a guy can still be tired, whether or not. I mean, because let's be honest, no one thought he was going to be there for almost 10 years. He's been, 9 years this year? He got there in 2015. He's been not at 9 years at this club, was in it for a long time, has done really well. I mean, I think the man can be tired.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that the sole reason why he's leaving is not because he's tired, and that's not a main reason of why he's like the interview. Him saying, "I'm tired. I can't do this anymore." Like I don't buy it. I'm just saying that the team is it's older, it's beat up, It's degraded. He's working his magic right now. But he's not able to work his magic in 2 years' time.
Maybe that's why he's tired.
I mean, even when he wanted to sit back and take a break, he had like arguably one of the best teams in Europe, and they were at their healthiest. So I don't think it's because of the fact that he's like jumping ship. Because I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think it's him jumping ship because it's like I said, like he wanted to leave when Liverpool were not wholly at their peak, but they were still like at the top. He wanted to leave, and his wife said something about how she wanted to stay in Liverpool because she loved the city. So I really do think I really just think it's because he's tired.
I could see
Well, we
FSG
can
really
all-
selling their club now.
When you bring a club that low, I was like screaming for desperation for that long.
Wait,
He,
that, I see what you're saying. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying that like the fact that they
So
were,
you bring it
they had
low. You mean
fallen
bring it
off
up from
so
that low.
far down
Yeah.
the pecking order, and the fact that he had brought them back up and being a fortress in Europe again, like that takes time and effort and energy. So I don't blame him for being tired. What were you gonna say, Eddie?
I mean, I was just gonna say we can all speculate on
Who's coming in?
and the why and the well, yes, I was gonna pivot to that, but the why, the why he
Gotcha.
wants to leave, will know. Only he will know, and only the board most likely will know. But Jose already said it, so I'll just say it. Who do we think will take his place at the start of next season? And there's one name that I was gonna say, the one name that everybody's floating out there is Xabi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso hasn't declined necessarily.
Xabi Alonso is going to go to Bayern Munich.
I don't know anymore.
I don't think he will, dude.
I think. How long was Xabi Alonso at Liverpool? And how long was he at Bayern Munich?
Bayern Munich for 4 years. I think at Liverpool for 4 or 5. It's roughly the same time.
Okay. I think if I'm Xabi Alonso,
That's what I mean. It's not an easy decision. You captain both clubs.
The issue is not even about that. The issue is Liverpool will spend money, but they cannot spend the amount of money that it takes to compete in England long term. There's still reservations about Xabi Alonso and his skill as a manager. I know he's doing wonders with Bayer Leverkusen, but it's a down year for the league possibly. Tuchel looks out of his depth at Bayern Munich. Dortmund are down bad. The RB Leipzig isn't competing at its heights. Why are you laughing, Eddie?
Just because you said Dortmund was down
bad.
So I think if I'm Xabi Alonso, I stick with the league that I know I'm successful in. Get a couple of years in. They know that Bayern Munich can buy players from Germany very easily. Every fucking team there is a fucking feeder for Bayern Munich. So they're going to go to purchase. Liverpool will always have to compete against the Chelseas, the Man Cities, the Uniteds, the fucking Arsenals, all that shit to compete. And it's a different fucking beast over here.
It is a different beast, but also I think that same thing though. I think like when you say it's a down year for the Bundesliga, I think that like that does diminish what Xabi Alonso did, because I think people forget that Xabi Alonso took this Bayern Leverkusen team that were on the brink of relegation and has turned them in a year and a half, has turned them into what they are now. They're unbeaten at the top of the league.
I don't want to take that away from them.
Right. But I understand what you're saying.
Bundesliga is here when Premier League is up here.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. And that's because they can't spend the same amount of money they once could. And I'm with you 100% on that.
And even Bayern can't.
Yeah, but I also think that I get where you're coming from, that you're going to compete with all these other big teams that are spending money, but also you're going to get a lot more money at Liverpool than you will at Bayern. I think you will.
FSG don't spend that much money. I
get that you don't spend that much money, but when they do spend, they do. And if they do sell Mo Salah, he'll have $200 million. If he goes to Saudi Arabia club, he'll have around $200 million to play with in the summer. which I mean, they could fuck it up. There's always a possibility. They might
But
work
that's the
out,
issue. Is you don't have Michael Edwards back there anymore.
but they
The
may
only thing I
not.
could see, the only thing I could see it being a success is if Xabi Alonso comes in and says, "I want Michael Edwards back."
Yeah, but Michael Edwards may not
At
want
the
to come
club.
back. We don't. Did he leave? But was that? Do we know anything
It was
about?
apparently the tussle between Klopp and Michael Edwards,
And they got rid of Michael Edwards.
and they got rid of Michael Edwards.
So they were already in talks of getting rid of.
Operating at the end of the season.
They were in talks of getting rid of Klopp. Then it sounds like.
Well, Michael Edwards was left what, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
So
I don't remember.
hey, can you guys look it up? I'm on my PC.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up real quick.
Hear me out.
Okay, don't say some such shit.
No, say some
I
shit.
can't believe I'm about to say the name I'm about to say because it's
Wait,
never
wait,
gonna
wait,
happen.
Can we guess? Can we
Ange
guess? Can we guess?
Postecoglou.
No.
Can we guess?
Abdon, who's your guess?
I was just bantering.
I know.
He left last.
Is he in England? Is he in England?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what are we guessing? The manager that could take his place?
Manager that I'm about to say, and I'm saying hear me out about it.
He's not.
It's never
Carlo.
gonna happen.
Carlo.
It's never gonna happen. Who?
Carlo.
No.
You're either thinking of Jose Mourinho or Conte.
No.
Jose Mourinho. Jose
Nah.
Mourinho.
Jose. Nah.
Imagine, dude. Imagine.
He'll never go to Liverpool.
Just accept the premise.
He'd win.
I think he has actual hatred for Liverpool.
It would be at box office.
I mean, we thought he had hatred for Spurs, but then he ended up managing there. So
Spurs were never a contender when he was in the Premier League. Sorry, Eddie.
Here's the thing, though. I think
That shouldn't matter.
I think if it's against Pep again, and you give Mourinho takes the wheel of Liverpool, Pep's gonna do Mourinho's gonna do what he did to Pep at Barcelona and wear him down. If he's still got if he's still got that beast in him, if it's still the Mourinho that took over Madrid, he's gonna start with the press conferences. He's gonna start draining the life out of Pep, and we're gonna see him back when he was on the bench in like 12, right before he left Barcelona, where he was just drained as fuck. Did not look like he was wanting to be there.
Yeah, the thing that pisses me off about him leaving is bringing him back to a Chelsea thing. If we do sack Poch, and we will, let's be honest here. The writing's on the wall, just about a when, not if. What are you saying, Daniel?
Nothing. Continue.
Now we have to contend with Liverpool to replace him with a top-tier manager.
I don't think Liverpool are even going to go after him. I just think it's a fun.
No, I'm not talking about.
It's a fun idea.
Whoever. I'm talking about whoever. I don't even think Mourinho's going to come to Chelsea. Let's be honest here.
You know, I don't think.
Like,
go ahead. Sorry.
I said I'm just thinking like if we're going to compete against Liverpool for a top-tier manager, if you're a top-tier manager, who do you go for? Fucking the mess that's Chelsea or Liverpool?
Yeah, but I also think like when Klopp took over, I don't know. I don't think Liverpool like the elite manager setup, at least as we've seen in previous years. I don't know if they'll go with De Zerbi.
Oh my God, De Zerbi. If De Zerbi gets that Liverpool team, my God.
Or he'll flop, one of the two. I mean, we don't know.
Silva.
No, I think Marco Silva will flop.
Hey, yo, Potter.
Hey, what about Steven Gerrard?
So he's already proven that he can't handle.
If he was at Celtic, they might have taken a shot.
If he didn't go to
Celtic, is it Celtic? Was it Rangers? He was at in Scotland.
Yeah, he was in Scotland. No, he was in.
But which team? Which team?
Which one are we talking about? Rogers
or
Gerrard?
Rangers.
Gerrard. Rangers. Who was he at it? Rangers. Okay.
But he's in Saudi Arabia right now, and he's not good enough to coach in the Premier League for Liverpool.
I'm just saying, like if he would have never gone to an English team, if he was still at Rangers this whole time, I think they would have taken a chance on him.
Yeah, 100%.
But he blew that. So
the only thing I don't even think they'll really go for Xabi Alonso either. I think they would for the link, but I don't know if Xabi might want to just stay. I know that there's a lot of reports that they've got a gentleman agreement at Bayern, but he might just stay. We don't know for sure.
Dude, what if this motherfucker Carlo just retires or goes to Brazil finally, and Xabi Alonso just goes to Real Madrid?
That'd be fun.
That job.
That'd be fun.
Why wouldn't you take that job?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the one that'd be kind of scary.
I really don't. I couldn't even give you like if I had to guess who they would sign. I think it's gonna be like I don't even have a guess. Like because I know it's pretty like anything can happen. It's certain managers might not be in their post by the end of the season. Like anyone could be made available, so it's hard to predict something like that. But
Xavi.
Oh God.
No.
And yeah, if they want to win
Flags
another
are
Champions League,
slowly
they
coming
get
out in
Tuchel in.
Barcelona, dude.
You said they
They're
want to do
slowly
what?
coming out, bro.
If they want to win another Champions League, they bring in Tuchel.
I don't know.
winning.
I don't know why you're on that Tuchel train.
No,
Tuchel's not that good.
In the league, he's chalked.
In knockout football, sure, but even then, I don't think
So I'm
he's.
saying, if you want to win a Champions League,
Yeah, but I don't think they just want to win the Champions League. I also think he
he
makes
won a
teams
Champions
worse
League
the
on a
longer he's
fluke.
there.
Won it on a fluke. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, pal.
buddy, he won it off of you. Are you a fluke?
I don't give up. That doesn't change anything.
To be fair, the
That's
only
not-
two times Chelsea have won the Champions League, we've been bad teams.
It
And
does
the
not
manager's
change
coming.
any-
I mean, we won them. Yeah, that's true,
That's
but
good.
I wouldn't say.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah,
How
I
many
have to
finals
give
has
you- I have
Pep
to give you
lost?
enough
How many
credit.
finals has Pep lost?
I don't know. We could check.
Check it.
what
I
if
know
they
it's
just go back to the
at least
Dortmund
one.
well and get Edin Terzic?
I was thinking about that, but I don't know if he can speak English like Klopp can.
And I don't
Yeah.
think I
He's
think
very
that would be a
fluent.
swing and a miss.
Are you
It might
looking it
not
up,
be.
Jose?
I'm looking it up.
No, he speaks very fluent English.
People have been saying Ponzi Flick.
No,
Nah.
no.
He's lost
After what
3
happened in
finals of his
Germany.
26 managed.
So that was 2 against Chelsea, right? The Champions League and the Cup, I think,
Mhm.
right?
I think so, yeah.
And then what is the other one?
Well, he's only lost one in a major final, apparently. I don't know what they define as a major final. But they
Champions
lost
League
the Champions League and then they lost the Community Shield.
Yeah,
Twice.
against Arsenal. Okay.
So
I don't know, buddy. I'm not going to say it was a fluke whenever we beat you 4 times in a month, okay? Just going to
It
say
is
that
a
out loud.
fluke, because then what happened
No,
next season? after
4
that?
times in a month. 4 times in a month, though. That's not a fluke. Whatever.
Yeah. It is
What
whatever.
legacy does it leave behind? What legacy does it leave behind?
I think it's honestly, I think in terms of accolades, I think he can be pretty proud of himself, Jurgen Klopp. I think he's going to go down as one of the better Liverpool managers, one of the better Premier League managers.
But not one of the top Premier League managers.
No, I think he's going to go down in history as one of the best Premier League managers in history. For what you do, if you just
Let's
look
talk
at
about right now. Let's talk about right now. No, let's not even look about the end of the season. He could win 4 trophies and he'll be fucking the best manager ever. Let's be honest here. Let's talk about just right now.
I think right now
Where did he rise?
from when he came in to what he did now, there's not a lot of managers that, for one, can stay in a team for 9 years, 2, rebuild it to the level he did and his team did, and compete and win what? A Champions League, a Premier League title, and a bunch of domestic cups, a European, 2 European titles because they also won the Europa League in 2017, I believe, 2018.
Yeah.
I think if you look at just his accolades, there's people will say that he's not a top Premier League coach, but if you really put everything in the context, I think he's one of the better ones we've had in a long, long time. And I think
But just all-time Premier League. All-time Premier League. Where do you put him?
I would put him in top 5. I think he's up there with, and I mean, this is my top 5. I mean, I would put him up there with Mourinho, Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, Arsene Wenger, and him, Jurgen Klopp. I think he deserves to be there. I don't see how anyone could argue against that, especially in the last 24 years of the Premier League. I don't know what you guys think. I'm curious.
I agree. I just don't have anything else to add because I agree.
Abdon's just a Liverpool hater.
And then I think by the end of this season, it will be absolutely solidified. Because they will win at least one trophy.
I think even if they don't win right now, I think that's solidified.
I just mean more like you could make the argument that he's not, but I think after this season, there won't be an argument.
Right. Abdon, what do you think?
Bottom 10.
No.
I was gonna say he's like
top 10, but he's 10.
I mean, he's top 10.
Fair.
Um,
Premier League or all time?
Premier League. Yeah. Let me go back to 1800s fucking English football.
No, Premier League's only been around for.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
All-time
asking.
Premier League.
Well, I didn't mean all time in England. I meant all time in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely in the top 10. I mean, definitely in the top 6.
What coach do you think
I
is?
think he hasn't won as much as the rest.
But has
You
what
also have
have?
to remember that he was there. Like he went over 90 points twice.
And what does he have to show for it?
Nothing. No, you're
Exactly.
absolutely right.
So
He's
I
got
don't
nothing
care.
to show,
Like,
but
But
that's still an achievement. The fact that
I understand. I understand what you mean. It's an achievement,
Only
but at the end of the
two
day, who's going to care about it in 30 years' time? Nobody. They're going to look at City won, and that's it.
No, you're right. But like again, you have to put it in context. Like the fact that a team goes 90 points and doesn't win a trophy is astonishing. You have
Doesn't win a
to
trophy.
respect it. It doesn't matter if he won a trophy or not. Like the fact that he got there and still didn't win, like that still is deserving of some kind of recognition.
listen, in his 9 years, at the end of this year will be 9 years. He's won an FA Cup, a Premier League, a Champions League, a League Cup, a Super Cup, a World Club or a World Club Cup, a Community Shield, and then an Asian Trophy, which that's not anything, but
Can you name me the English ones?
the Premier League, the League Cup, and the Community Shield and the FA Cup.
Okay, so one of each.
Yeah. And I think I don't know because like I said, there's definitely gonna be arguments. If all you look at is accolades, yeah, there's the argument that he's not.
I know. I'm just like, all I'm saying is, he didn't compete against just City in every single one of those, and in 9 years he's won one of each.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the first 3-4 years was him rebuilding, but we've seen managers with shittier teams win these cups.
Mm-hmm.
Leicester with Steven
Chelsea?
with
You weren't asking for that one.
who did win the Champions League against?
It doesn't matter. I just told you
No,
was
it
a
does
fluke.
matter. Who did we win it against?
It does matter. It does matter. It
does
was a
not matter.
fluke.
Oh
You
my
can
god!
We
have it,
literally
that's
had
fine,
the
you
best
still won it
defensive
on a
record that
fluke.
that season in the Champions League.
Still won it as a fluke. I'm not
We
saying
had the best defensive record in the Champions League that season. Please tell me how
on
that's a fluke.
on a fluke.
How is
Because
that a
then look what
fluke?
happened next season after that.
Who cares?
Exactly. That's what I
Who
thought.
cares? Okay.
But
Cool.
let me ask you this question, Abdon.
What's up?
In the last 20 years, barring Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho, because we already know they're top 5, and I guess Sir Alex Ferguson because he was in the league 10 years ago.
So remove everyone. So remove everyone in the question.
No. Because that top 3, that's undeniable, right? We all know they're better than Pep Guardiola, or not Pep Guardiola. They're all better than Jurgen Klopp.
Okay.
What other manager has come to the Premier League and done as good of a job as Jurgen Klopp has?
Oh my God, he fucking says Tuchel. I'm gonna log off.
No, I wasn't gonna say Tuchel. Not in the league.
Or just at the club, because they've been in multiple title races. They've been in the multiple Champions League finals.
But like, I don't care about multiple.
I know.
Like,
I understand.
Did you win it or not? Like,
but he's won everything. He's won everything.
Once.
Yeah, but he's won everything. You can't take that away from him. He's won everything.
I understand. He's been there for almost 10 years.
Yeah, I understand that. He's won everything. How many other coaches have been able to stay in a job for as long as he has in the league, and how many of them have won one of everything?
I know, but the thing is, like, what I'm saying is, he's won one of everything. Yes, he's won everything.
Mm-hmm.
Who did he play against in those one of everythings?
Well,
he won the League Cup and the FA Cup against Chelsea on penalties.
Okay,
that's a fluke. He won the Champions League against, who was it? Fucking Spurs. It's Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing of merit that I can give him is he won the Premier League against City at the top of their fucking level.
Yeah, but you won't give him that point. You won't give them that
I
though
will give
because
him. I will give him that
say
one.
it's a
I will give
COVID
him that
year,
one.
but you always say it's a
No,
COVID year. So why are you giving it now?
hey, man.
Why are you giving it now? I'm just saying that's you. Why are you giving it now?
He will always have that asterisk in there, though.
So will City after they get their 115 charges.
Nah, City will have no titles by the end of the
Daniel just leaves. I don't know. I think, like I said, I do understand from that point of view. I do think like there is the conversation that he isn't gonna be one of the greatest that goes on in history. But I also
Like
think that
all I'm
like
saying is like he's a great manager. He's top 10, top 7, top 6. You could start making arguments, and if he wins everything for the rest of the fucking year, we can have these conversations again. Like if he beats Chelsea again, not on fucking penalties, whatever. If he wins the FA Cup, cool. If he beats fucking City and he holds them off for the Premier League,
but
we can start
why are
having
you
these
so
conversations.
why are you so against penalties? They still beat a team on penalties. That's
I
penalties
know, I
fault.
know. I'm just saying, like it's just a fluke. It
Oh,
could go one way or the other.
would you say that? Okay,
Like,
let me. I'm just saying. Would you say that about our Champions League win in 2012 against
yeah,
Bayern
that's a
Munich?
fluke, dude. That's a fluke.
I don't know.
Like the thing that I can tell you one like is very commendable about our Champions League win in Bayern Munich was that we were able to hold them off in their backyard for 120 minutes
So that
and
wasn't
get to
a
penalties.
so that wasn't a fluke.
Getting there wasn't a fluke, but the
Wait,
win on the penalties is a 50-50 every fucking time.
but I don't know if that's
It
a
is.
fluke. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't think penalties are a fluke. I think penalties are neither team could beat each other, so that's gonna happen. I think the team, if you are dominating and you lose, that's your fault.
Mm.
I think that. But I don't know. I just think that I think that when you look at just accolades, yeah, you got a point. Like he's only won one of everything.
He's no better than Conte in the fucking Premier League. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, whoa, he is better than Conte.
but if they're up on trophy numbers, he's no better than Conte.
What did Conte win in? What did Conte win in his 2.5 years at Chelsea?
FA Cup, Premier League. I think we won. Did we win the Community Shield? I can't remember.
I think we may have won the Community Shield.
And I can't remember about the. Did we even have an EFL Cup in there?
I don't
can't
think
remember.
so.
Yeah.
That's I would highly disagree.
Mm-hmm. This is not me saying that Conte and Jurgen are on the same level. Conte is lower than fucking Jurgen. Let's be honest. I'm just saying, like, trophy wise.
Conte.
Yeah, trophy wise, Jurgen still tops Conte.
I know that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm just saying, like, he's no different. Like, they're on the same spectrum trophy wise. Jurgen built a super fucking team, and Conte just was able to get something, just revolutionize the league with a system that had never been seen in 20 fucking years. You know what I mean? Those are the two differences.
Yeah, but then
No one knew how to
also,
compete against the back three.
Jurgen Klopp brought in the Genghis press to the Prem.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
So he was also revolutionary and tactical wise too, and didn't spend the money that Conte got to spend at Chelsea. Well, not that he spent that much money, anyways. But
he didn't spend that
let's
much
also
money,
not
but
let's also not act like Conte didn't inherit a great team. Says
he inherited a
Fabregas,
great team, but
Matic. He inherited a better team than Jurgen Klopp inherited.
yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying that, like,
I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I'm trying to find his trophies.
they just have very similar accolades historically wise.
Let's see.
I think maybe like 2 or 3 more trophies, and yeah, I mean, I'm not counting the Club World Cup. And all that
He
bullshit.
won
I
the
don't care.
Premier League and the FA Cup.
Just let's go around the room and say where we think if he does come back, what is his likeliest destination?
Oh, come back to managing?
Yeah, because he said, well, let me say, okay, well, he said he's not going to manage another English club, which I believe that. So I would say
By the way,
sorry, go ahead.
I just said that he also kind of hinted that this also may be retirement for him. He may come back, but he
this
also
is
may
an
not.
if. This is an if.
Mhm.
If he does come back.
Let's just say he doesn't retire. I think national team. I think maybe Germany or whatever. Because, like you said, if he's exhausted, like coaching a national team is a lot less work. Let's be honest. Like a lot less hours, a lot less travel.
There's a lot more pressure.
There's more
Especially-
pressure, but it's like
Once every 4 years, or twice in
Yeah.
4 years.
But with a team like Germany, you're expected to compete year round. Doesn't matter if it's like a World Cup or like a Nations League. Like you're expected to compete.
Or Euros.
Yeah, just as long as he makes it to the Euros or the World Cup, he's not a failure. It just depends on once he's in there what he does. But he's not.
club wise, I could definitely see Real Madrid.
I think Real Madrid.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shock you guys. I actually, looking at Jurgen's career, I honestly could see him if he came back to club football taking a step down from that kind of level and
Go
going
back to
like
Dortmund.
I think he'd get further down than that personally. I think he would. I could honestly see him going and managing like a Bundesliga 2 side. I'm not even being funny. Like I think if you're tired at this level from competing for so long as you have and doing this job like he claims, and you were a second division player, you were never someone that was phenomenal. You started coaching Mainz, who was in the second division. You brought them up to the Bundesliga. You went to Borussia Dortmund, then you went to Liverpool. I could honestly see him taking a step back if he's done with that elite side of football. Not saying he will. I know. I'm not saying that it's like for sure. I just think I wouldn't be shocked if someone like Jurgen Klopp took a step down. He's got enough money where he doesn't. I don't think for him money's a thing.
Did he ever win a Bundesliga with Dortmund?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He won. I think he's won 2 Bundesliga titles.
And DFB Pokal.
Let's see. Jurgen Klopp again. Jurgen Klopp won 2 Bundesliga titles, 2 German Super Cups, and a DFB Pokal in his time at Borussia Dortmund, which was about 7 years. I think it was like 7 years.
I could see him do something crazy, like go to like Lyon or like a Marseille.
Yeah, I could see him taking a step down and wanting to. I think Jurgen is someone that likes.
He likes the underdog story.
He likes the underdog story. He also loves clubs with strong fan bases, very supporting fan bases. So that's why I think like I could see him dropping down from the elite level because, and that's like I could see it. Like I don't think he'd want to go. What's up?
Ajax.
I could see him going to Ajax, but again, I don't. That would probably be the biggest team I think he'd go support or go coach because I don't think he could take the Real Madrid. Yeah, I don't think he takes
a strong fan base. They're always going to win the Eredivisie.
Except this season,
This year,
or last year, or the season before the last one.
Yeah.
I
know their board is shot, and he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I also think
that.
that.
To be fair,
Yeah, he might go back. I think he'll go back to Germany.
Board. He's got to go to the team with a strong board.
Yeah,
I think he would go back to Germany. Actually,
I think he'd go back to Germany, which is also why I think that he would go somewhere in like the Bundesliga too. I don't think he goes back to
Dortmund.
I honestly would love that.
If Terzic is such a he's I don't want to call him like a hot commodity, but he's definitely like one of those younger coaches who a lot of people think is a shout for a lot of these spots that might open up. So if he were to accept a new job, then Klopp could just slide right in.
You guys were talking about underdog stories, and I know this is probably not going to happen, but let's just say that it did.
Tottenham.
What if he? I mean, I think Eddie would make an exception for Klopp. No,
I
would.
No English club.
But he said no English clubs, which is why this fucker. Okay, continue.
I was just gonna say because you're talking about underdogs, and I know they're not underdogs because they have so much expectations, but they come out always like below par.
Who?
What if he managed the English national team?
I've seen that. I think the FA wants it to stick with the English managers.
Well, no, because they had that one Italian guy. I can't remember his
That
name.
what is it? Fabio something
It's
Capella.
yeah, it's something like that. So they're not.
When
I
was
mean,
that
they've
though?
done it before.
Yeah, but that was in
But
2005
That was a long time ago.
or 2006. He was in the 06 World Cup.
history can repeat itself.
No, I think they're sticking with Matt. I also like to think that
They'll
most
keep
people.
Southgate, hopefully.
You're not agreeing with Southgate.
Yeah, I also think that I like the idea, and I don't know. I know not everyone shares my sentiment, but I like the idea that your national team is coached by someone that
I think that
is
should
of
be a
that
rule.
nation.
I think that
it's-
should be a rule.
I don't think it should be a rule, but I think it's
An unwritten rule.
I think it's something that like brings a lot more of a connection to it. When you have a manager
Absolutely.
that talks one your language and two like really
Shares
understands
the passion for your country.
exactly. I think it's better. I know not everyone agrees with me. I know everyone's more of like, they want to win, and I get that, but I also think that like and experiencing it firsthand, when you have someone that doesn't one live in your country or to care that much or is passionate about your team, when you lose, they just leave. They don't care.
I
They
think if
just
they
walk
permanently
away.
reside in the country,
Liverpool should hire Tata.
I agree.
They really should. They really fucking should.
You
The
think
only
if-
thing is that Liverpool, they're really crazy. The fans are crazy, and they low key could kill him. Like I'm not. That's not even a joke. They like, dude. Mexico fans were like at this dude's throat. I can only imagine what Liverpool fans could even be like.
I was
They
low
get the
key.
knives out.
I was low key scared that he was not gonna make it out if he flew into Mexico. I was low key scared he wasn't gonna make it out for his safety. Like I didn't like him as a coach. As a person, I have no problem with him, and I would never want. Yeah, I never want anything bad to happen to anybody.
He can rot in hell as a coach.
Yeah.
As a human being, like he would have been killed if he was walking in Mexico City just willy nilly.
But I do hear what you're saying. I mean, but if you reside in the country, I guess like if you've been there for so long and you're a naturalized citizen, I mean, yeah, to me that's your country now. If you're not
I'm
leaving,
just saying, like Mourinho resides in London, like
Mhm.
down the street from fucking Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, if
you want to be England's national coach, like I could see him.
I could see that, but I also think he just has too many connections to Portugal, and he's always talking about Portugal, and he's said multiple times that
Portugal.
He said multiple times in the past that if he would go coach Portugal one day, like that is a goal of his. Has that changed? I don't know. Those last time I heard him say that, it's been a few years, but I don't know. It's interesting.
Sign him only because you're not going to sign him only because
Hey,
of
yo.
Roberto Martinez.
Hey yo, big brain.
Oh God.
Liverpool manager Ange
I
Postecoglou.
knew you were gonna say that. Daniel already said that at the beginning.
He did.
Honestly, he can go.
What?
Ange Postecoglou
What?
Yeah.
Edward, what are you talking about?
already?
It would be for his career's sake. Like I wouldn't tell him no, you can't go coach arguably the biggest club in the country.
Yeah, but you could be that with him one day.
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp, when he brought Liverpool were small fry. They were the old broom in the closet. Someone took a little bit of spit and polish, and now they're the broom. You know what I'm saying?
I think we caught Eddie on a bad day. Let's catch him on Tuesday with that question. We'll see.
We'll say it again.
I'll give you the same answer.
So reports now. And
I'm not gonna tell him not to take that opportunity.
Would you have said the same shit yesterday though?
Yes.
Nah.
I'm not gonna deny someone the opportunity of taking a stepping stone towards their in their career. It is a step up, whether I like it or not. That's a step down, so I'd be like, nah.
What?
Okay.
What? Did you say what I think you just said?
As currently constructed, it is a step down.
For who?
Eddie, who's in the final?
I think he means for Jurgen Klopp, not for Liverpool.
Talking about Ange.
I'm saying as currently constructed is a step down.
Who's in the final?
Who's gonna lose the final?
Who's in the final?
Who's gonna lose the final?
Who's in a final and still in that same competition that you just got eliminated from?
Liverpool.
And
A lot of teams.
Man.
A lot of teams are still in the FA Cup.
There's only 2 teams in the final of the EFL.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse Trophy.
Oh.
That's right, Edward. Use his logic against him.
I am.
I've never said
Because
the
when
Mickey Mouse
Chelsea
Cup.
get knocked out, the EFL Cup doesn't matter. But if Chelsea are still in it, it's the best trophy in the world.
I have told you from the beginning, I want to win everything, and I will be pissed when we
Until
lose
Chelsea
the
get
final.
knocked out, and then you say, "Oh, but all they did was win the EFL Cup. Who cares about the EFL Cup?" You have literally said that on this podcast. Don't gaslight
No,
me
I
right
didn't.
now.
No, I didn't. Find me the proof. I've always said I want to win the EFL Cup. That is a big trophy for everyone.
No, that's
Everyone
not what
should
you
go-
said, Abdon. You said
Thank
you want to.
you,
No.
Jose.
Hear me
Thank you.
out. You said you want to win that trophy. You said
Damn, Abdon with that
you want to
big-ass
win
promo.
everything because as a team you should want to win everything. However, you have never once said that it's a big trophy for everybody.
Okay, not a big trophy, but it's a trophy everyone should try and
That
and
yes,
win.
you have said that hundreds
And
of
I would be
times.
pissed. And I would be pissed that we don't win the trophy.
Yeah, you have
I would have
said
been
that.
pissed if we got eliminated in round 3 by fucking League 2 team 2.
Yeah, you have said that. Now that I will
Glorified
back you up
community
100%. We're still in
Would you
there.
say anything?
Nothing.
Say it, Edward. Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it.
Say it. Edward.
I said it's a glorified community shield.
1 game for what? 4, 5 games they have to play?
It is for the community though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It does feel though with that interview, it does feel kind of a bittersweet moment if it really is going to be his retirement. It is.
yeah,
I like
I
Jurgen
can
Klopp,
see it.
so
I do
He
too. He's
annoys me,
box
so I don't
office.
care.
He's box office. He's box
He's at that
office.
age too. Like he's 56, 57 years old. Like
something like that.
he's got nothing else to prove. Like if he really wanted to take a step back, he can. So not that
He
he
annoys
had
me,
anything
so-
to prove, but like if he really wanted to, he could just take a step back and just end it.
I could see him becoming like a consultant for Liverpool. Maybe not a coach, but like
Like
in
someone
the
on the
front
board.
office. Yeah, someone on the board or something.
It's gonna be the next
Director of
Saban of
football
Liverpool.
type thing. Yeah,
LeBron
something like that.
James. Gonna be LeBron. Isn't LeBron James our owner?
Not
Liverpool?
yet.
I thought he was.
Of Liverpool, he's a minority owner.
He's a minority owner.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Because he's a minority owner in Liverpool and then a major owner in Blaze Pizza. I love Blaze Pizza. That's how I know that.
Bro, that video. The video of LeBron when he was on like an Instagram live and they were asking him to name his favorite soccer players.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my gosh,
What
dude,
is-
it's so funny.
Everyone at Liverpool.
Yeah, he was like, first of all, everyone at Liverpool.
Oh my god. What else did he say?
He's like, you got Mo Salah, and then like he was just like Kylian Mbappe, like a bunch of just the most basic ass players. It's
That
so
other
funny.
guy, Ronaldinho, been a big fan since I was a kid.
So
Oh,
funny,
he did
dude.
say Messi. He did say Messi and Neymar.
Everyone says that Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo. Those are like
Exactly.
that's how you test someone's football knowledge. Who do they say that fair play
Unintentionally
is?
one of the funniest human beings on the planet.
I don't like LeBron
Okay,
James. for
Laker
some
fan.
reason.
He's hilarious. Like when he caps, dude, it's so funny. Like when the reporter was asking him about the book that he was holding in his hand, you could just tell bro didn't get past the first page. Like it was
No,
so,
not from the photos. Yeah, no.
it's
He has like
so
20 of
funny.
those on his Instagram too.
I
They're
know.
all on the first page. All of them are on the first page.
So funny.
It's a beautiful story that encapsulates really the human struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways,
I think.
does anyone have anything else about Klopp, or is that all for us tonight?
I think that's
All right.
everything. I think we found out that some people here don't like Klopp. Some people here love Klopp.
I'm not just a fucking hater of everybody. If
That's
you're not Chelsea alienated, like you're just gonna be hated. You don't have some
Respect,
kind of affiliation.
honestly.
I like Pep.
No, you don't.
Okay, I take my respect back.
I fundamentally disagree with you on all aspects of your decision making at the moment.
I like Pep.
So that's the nice way of saying the fuck you talking about. Pep sucks. Pep's-
Okay.
Pep's
All right,
everything is the
guys,
reason you
thanks
want
for
Champions
listening,
League.
everybody.
I like Ange.
I like
Okay.
Ange. Ange is
No, he's
great.
capping. No, the cap. Here's the cap.
No.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
I do like Ange.
Everybody, we'll be back on Tuesday. Hopefully this will be uploaded before then, but knowing us, it won't be. So
It will be.
We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Deuces.